These are the 5 things that were preventing me from starting my YouTube channel, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I did to solve them. The first one was no idea how to use video editing software, and that's just a little bit important if you want to start a YouTube channel. I went, of course, where else? YouTube, and found a video on how to use VLLO editing software. I will link it in the description. It was so easy. I started practicing every night. I would just shoot a video throughout the day and take maybe 30 minutes or an hour and start trying out different things. Before I knew it, over a couple months, just spending a little bit of time each day or every other day, I was really getting the hang of it, and it was not as difficult as I had anticipated. It was actually pretty easy and a lot of fun. The second thing was I didn't have enough time. I mean, I'm a new mama. I work full time. We have dogs. We have a house. We have so many things to do, like many of you. Thought, when in the world am I going to have time? I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know the first thing about YouTube besides watching videos. But I started to realize I could carve out a little bit of time when I was driving to work, when I was washing dishes, when I was even taking a shower. I would just have YouTube tutorial videos playing in the background. I would turn them on, and as I was listening, I would jot down notes, or, when I got to work, I would just jot down all of my ideas and tips, and I would try things out. So if it was about YouTube thumbnails, I would hop on Canva later and I would try it out. If it was about video editing, hop on VLLO and start trying things out. So I started to find that those little bits of time really added up, and I was learning a lot just by trying to listen to maybe a 5-minute video or a 20-minute video when I was already doing what I would normally be doing anyway. And third thing was overthinking. I was overthinking everything. I was overthinking branding, colors, design, the name of my channel, for months. And it's good to spend time thinking about those things. Those things are important. However, they should not prevent you from actually uploading YouTube videos and creating content. It's true, your first videos are not going to be great. I don't even think my videos currently are probably anywhere near what they will be in a year or two from now, but I'm getting that practice. I've got started getting better each time. Some people say just 1% better each time. Otherwise, you will stop and you won't start because it's not perfect. So try not to overthink. Just begin. Just start. The next thing was, where am I going to film? My house is usually too noisy. By the time everybody goes to bed, the lighting is terrible. And I usually don't want to get dressed and look cute if I'm not going anywhere. So I was listening to Jade Beeson, who I love, listen to tons of her videos. And she was talking one day about how she takes a lot of photos of herself in the elevator because where she lives, she has to take an elevator to and from her home. And that is just something that's built into her day. So I started to think about, how could I build this into my routine? And I realized, perfect solution. When I'm driving to work, which happens twice a week, I tend to have actually put on cute clothes and done my hair and look semi decent. There's good lighting because it's in the daytime. It's quiet. Nobody's in the car with me. And I'm able to take a moment and just film a video. No, it's not the perfect backdrop, but it's something, right? It's shooting the video, it's getting it done, it's solving a bunch of issues that I was letting stop me. So that started to be something that I just build into my routine. When I'm out and about, I'll film a video. Sometimes I'm able to film, like right now in my office, which is very rare. I don't know, you might hear my dog outside the door making noises, and my son could wake up at any moment. So this is a very risky space to be trying to film in during the day. The next thing was, I couldn't decide on a niche. Every video, pick a niche. You need a niche. And I thought, I really don't know. Because I want to talk about a lot of different things. I love earrings. I could talk about earrings for days, but I don't think I want to make a YouTube channel talking about that. I like organization, but I don't know that I want to make every single video about organization, and it's so oversaturated, and there's like professional closet designers and people out there, right? The home edit, hello. That, okay, I love personalizing. That's something I'm really good at, like event planning and creating really personalized gifts. But I also don't know that I want to do that all the time. And I want to talk about being a new mama. One of the things that I've recently picked up on when I'm listening to a lot of the tips is creating that storyline. It's just like when we watch our favorite TV show. A storyline is what keeps us waiting for the next week, or we wait until the whole thing comes out so we can binge watch it, right? Because we don't want to be left on those cliffhangers of what happens the next week. you can take a storyline and weave it throughout multiple different topics. Now, I wouldn't say to pick 20 different topics, but because mine are all semi related, I'm able to take one storyline and weave it throughout. For example, I just put out my microneedling video. My microneedling video might kind of come off as like, okay, well, how does that fit into personalization, organization, mama? I tied in that it was postpartum skincare. So that tied it into the mom aspect. While I was waiting for the numbing cream to set in, I'm talking about how I'm designing our playroom, which ties into design, personalization, organization. See how this works? And then my most recent one is planning my son's birthday party. So it's his first birthday party, and I've started tying that into going out shopping for his birthday stuff and organizing it and designing it. And at the same time, we're trying to create our playroom. So this really ties throughout multiple topics that are on my channel and gives one cohesive storyline that could keep people interested and maybe make them want to watch my vlogs and get to know me a bit more instead of just my how-to videos. You also definitely want to create playlists if you have multiple topics. And I'm going to leave that in because that is a perfect example of what can happen when you're trying to film at home. This is why the car was such a great option for solving that issue. But back to playlists, if you have multiple topics on your channel, you want to create playlists. That way, if somebody comes to your channel because they really love the video about organization, they have an entire playlist about organization instead of getting a microneedling video next. And they're thinking, this isn't what I came to this channel for, and quickly click off of your channel. But if you also have multiple playlists, you may find videos that can cross over. If you have two different but similarly related topics, for me, personalization, organization, day in my life, there are videos that are similar enough that I will link them because they kind of cross over with the content. And I'm playing around with that to see if people will continue being interested in the other topics on the channel. And that's also why it's so important for me to have these really cohesive storylines. It's not going to totally be 100% cohesive because I did start off, as they say, throwing spaghetti at the wall with a couple of random things. And I've even deleted a few videos that I felt like were just getting too far outside of fitting in enough with the other topics on my channel. I am starting this as part of my Grow With Me playlist where I am trying the actual tips that are being given out on YouTube and seeing what happens. I will bring you along on the journey. And why should you listen to me? Because I don't have that many followers right now, and you'll be able to see if what I'm saying and doing is actually working versus waiting until I have 1,000 subscribers and you go, was that really what happened? Right? So there are benefits in listening to people that are super successful, and there are also benefits in coming along for the journey and watching it actually happen.